Hi Gemini, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. Make sure you subscribe down below so you won't miss out on any further videos. I already said this in the Aquarius reading, but I'm going to say it again. I'm a little bit drained from doing readings earlier, so that's why my energy is kind of low, so forgive me for that, please. So, like I said, this will be a love and spirituality reading for the sign of Gemini, and that applies to Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So let's get into it, and I'm going to do an extended reading for this as well, so make sure you check in the description box down below when you are finished watching. Okay, so let's pull present energy for Gemini. Six of Cups in the reverse, Two of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the Star card in reverse. So, in the past position, we have the Six of Cups first. So I feel like I'm reading the Six of Cups card as a lot of you wanting to let go of the past, like not wanting to revisit it, not wanting to relive it. It's like you being completely done with the past and ready to move on with your life is what I'm seeing. But I do feel like you need to be a little cautious of this energy. Make sure that you're moving on in a healthy way, and make sure you're not skipping over the healing process excuse me, or the healing work. So I'm just seeing that there's a need for you to be mindful of like I said, healing in a way that you think that you're healing because you're moving forward, but you're still suppressing any type of hurt or pain. So make sure, like I said, if you are wanting to get away from the past, do it in a healthy way so that you are healing and not just suppressing. So I also have the Two of Wands here. So some of you, well, a lot of you I'm picking up, are ready to travel and expand is what I'm seeing. And if it's not physically traveling, then it's just expansion within self. So it's like you are ready for bigger, better things. You're ready for things that are new and exciting. And I feel like a lot of you have recently started to regain your confidence. So you are having the courage to move forward in life and go after the things that you desire. I also am picking up an energy with this card that a lot of you are sick of settling. Like you are sick of settling for mediocrity. You're sick of settling for half-ass connections, half-ass friendships, half-ass everything. Like you're just ready to upgrade your life in every sense of the word, and you want everything to be the best. Like you want a healthy relationship, you want a good circle of friends, you want a good paying career. Like you're ready to really go after the things in life that you feel like you deserve. And Gemini is a sign that's very good at manifestation, so I feel like I'm reading this as you wanting to manifest a brighter future for yourself. And so you have the right idea, because you are trying to release the past, and in order to manifest something new, you have to kind of keep the past where it's at and then progress and move forward. Okay, so then we have the Ten of Swords. So that means that recently, or in the recent past, you had some type of ending that may have been very painful to you. But I am, like I said, I'm picking up a heavy energy of a lot of you just wanting to get over that and get past that, like not wanting to dwell in it anymore, not wanting the thoughts of that person or that situation to weigh you down anymore. Because it's like whenever you think about it, whenever it crosses your mind, it drains you of your energy because you are connecting back to that experience. And our minds can't tell the difference between when something is happening right now or when it's happening in the future or the past. Whatever we think about, our body experiences it as if it's happening right now. So for those of you who are on track to healing, meaning that you are working on releasing the past and releasing past energy and past thoughts, you're heading in the right direction. But for those of you who are having a hard time with it, the first thing that you may want to do is try to is that the word, grapple? Yeah, it's like you want to take hold of your thoughts and try to shift your thoughts from negative thoughts to positive as quickly as possible. And that's not to say that you should suppress the fact that you have negative thoughts or suppress your feelings, but sometimes we have been through situations where we're overdue for healing, and it's like we could have been healed if we took the time out to really consciously think about our thought patterns, is what I'm hearing. It's like, how do I explain this? It's like it's never good to suppress your feelings after you've come out of a place of pain, but then for some people, you hold on to the pain a little bit too long, to the point where it's not healthy healing anymore. Now you're just ruminating in the thoughts. So for those of you who that applies to, it may be time for you to, like I said, consciously shift your thoughts. So whenever you catch yourself having a negative thought about the past, immediately shifting it and focusing on something else. So I'm going to clarify each one. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh boy, twin flame energy. Some of you are twin flames or dealing with the twin flame. Or if it's not a twin flame, it is someone who you feel very connected with, that you thought you could possibly have a family with, or someone who you might actually have a family with, someone that was living with you. This could also be the marriage card. So it's a lot of different things, but with the King of Cups being here in the reverse right next to that, and then the Ten of Cups, sorry, the Ten of Cups being with it as well. I feel like that's talking about, it's kind of like something that happened but then came to a halt, like something that made you happy, but then I'm getting the energy of things just switched out of nowhere, or things just went left out of nowhere. So this person could have started to shut you out emotionally out of nowhere. But I feel like this person, whoever you were dealing with, it could have been a water sign, could have been a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But what I'm seeing with this person is that they could be emotionally unavailable. And if that is the case, I have a whole video on attachment styles where I explain this, but a lot of times people who are emotionally unavailable will become attracted to them because we are wanting to open them up, and we're wanting to, it's almost like traumatic reenactment. Like if you in your childhood was raised by very emotionally distant or closed off parents, sometimes we'll attract that in a partner, and it's almost like we're trying to get them to open up the same way that we never got our parents to open up. See what I'm saying? So it's like replaying childhood trauma. So I feel like that could be the situation for a lot of you, because like I said, the King of Cups comes across as someone who just is immature with their emotions in a way that they are emotionally unavailable. So, and a lot of you, like I said, with this Ten of Cups, you're realizing, Ten of Cups in reverse, is like you're realizing that this person can't make you happy, or the situation can't make you happy, or that just people in general who are not open and expressive, like you're realizing now that those people can't make you happy, and it's not worth the hassle of trying to get them to open up at your own expense. So with the Ace of Pentacles, okay, wait. I'm also hearing that some of you could be the actual person that's closed off, and you're being guided to really figure out what it is that makes you happy, and to really analyze if you being emotionally closed off is satisfying and fulfilling to you, because it is a defense mechanism when you're closed off, and it could have a lot to do with family, like the way your family treated you. So if you're closed off because of that, I'm seeing that it's time to really analyze that and understand that that defense mechanism worked for you when you were a kid, because you were dealing with people who were dismissive of your emotions, but now as an adult you have the ability to change that pattern. So if, like I said, if you are the person that's emotionally unavailable, then there's a need for you to really look at what really makes you happy, and understand that as long as you're closed off, you can never have a true connection with anyone, including yourself, and then it's almost impossible to find happiness that way. So with Ace of Pentacles being here, clarifying the Six of Cups, again, I feel like this is talking about you wanting to remove yourself from the past because you see no value in it anymore. It's like at one point you saw this person or the situation as very valuable, and now you just don't see the point of it anymore. So you're really wanting to just completely let it go, and you're not wanting to invest in it. For some of you, you were waiting for someone to make you an offer, and they never came, they never showed up, they never did it. So yeah, now you're ready to let that go. And like I said, this can apply to family, friends, romantic partnerships, career. This could apply to anything, so just take it as it resonates. So the Ten of Pentacles is also here along with the Two of Wands. And again, I do feel like I said, a lot of you are wanting new and exciting things in your life. You're wanting things that are bigger and better than what you have. But I feel like some of you are kind of lacking the confidence fully to go after it, because you kept falling into this energy of trying to build things into long-term success, and then it coming to a halt, or it not working out right. So you're being guided, or you're being advised to really stop and look at your own patterns and figure out what it is about you or what you've done in order to stop these connections from moving forward. And when I say what you've done, I don't necessarily mean that you were the one in the wrong, like you cheated or you lied or something like that. I mean what you've done in terms of your thought process. Like, how did you choose this person? How did you attract yourself? Like, how did you attract this person? See what I'm saying? So it's like analyzing your own patterns so that then you can gain confidence through self-awareness, so that then you won't repeat the same cycles and have things happen the same way over and over again. So there's a possibility, like I said, for long-term success, but you have to believe that it's possible, and then also you have to analyze your own self-defeating habits and beliefs in order for you to, like I said, move forward and manifest this new beginning in your life. So then I have the 10 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm getting the same message of some of you were waiting for a specific offer or offer from a specific person, and it just never came, and that's what made you feel betrayed or stabbed in the back. And that's what brought this cycle or this situation to a close. For some of you, you were the one that was wanting to offer to someone, but you just chose not to because of the way they disrespected you or treated you in the past, or because you just feel like there's no use anymore, like there's nothing to save, so why would I reach out and try to mend fences? So either way, an ending took place that had to do with an offer not being made. And I feel like this was kind of like divine intervention. When you're waiting for an offer or something is telling you not to offer, like a relationship or something, anything to someone, it's usually a direct result of divine intervention, meaning that this person was not for you, and that's why it was so difficult to come together. That's why it was so difficult for the situation to manifest into something positive, because sometimes it's not meant to do that. Like, sometimes it's meant for the lessons to take place and then you move on. And I feel like a lot of you are understanding that and knowing that, and that's why these cards are in the past position. And if you're not understanding that and knowing that, then you're being advised to understand and know that every form of rejection is protection every single time. Like, there's not a time where you were rejected and it's like, oh, if I wouldn't have been rejected, my life would have been so much better. No. Whenever you are rejected, it means that you are better off without that person or without that situation. It also means that something better is coming in. I'm getting with the Knight of Pentacles that the situation was kind of rushed anyway, meaning that it wasn't really built on solid ground. So therefore, like, neither person could have offered each other something solid and stable. So let's pull for the present position for Gemini. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is here. The Hanged Man. And the Knight of Wands. So the Two of Swords is at the top of the deck, along with the Magician card. I did mention this in one other reading, I forget the sign, but the Magician card is a card of manifestation. Like, the Magician has the ability and the skills and the tools and the knowledge to use his energy to manifest whatever he wants in life, but I feel like you're not aware of what you want in life, and so you're being pulled in two different directions, and that cancels out the manifestation. So if you are 1 minute saying I want to move to Texas, and then the next minute you're like, well, I want to move to California, it's hard to manifest a move to either state because you're not clear on exactly where you want to go, and then your desires just kind of get canceled. If you don't watch the Queen of Cups Tarot on YouTube, you should, because she had a very similar message as this in one of her videos. So like I said, you're being pulled in both directions, and then your manifestation is being canceled out. So it's time for you to become very clear about what you want. For some of you, the Magician card can talk about someone who is deceitful, who is like, like a magician. Like, what is it called? The sleight of the hand that magicians do, where they perform these magic tricks, and really when you break down the magic trick and see it behind the scenes, it's really them like distracting their audience with one hand and then doing something else with the other hand, and then it looks like magic. So I feel like that's what somebody could have been doing to you, or some people could have been doing to you in the past, like pulling the wool over your eyes and really making it seem like this is like a magical connection when really it wasn't, or they were hiding themselves or hiding secrets. Not necessarily that they were cheating, but it could be just that they just weren't showing you the real them, like their true colors weren't put on display right in the beginning. So that kind of left you feeling imbalanced, or kept you feeling like two different types of ways about the person. Like, you felt like you had a strong connection to them, you care about them, but then on the other hand, it was like something telling you that something is off. So that could have been, like I said, this could have been someone who's very, very confusing to you. So that's what's happening for some of you. And like I said in one of my other readings, when you are in a state of confusion about somebody, it's time to let them go. Because if they're not making it clear and they're not making you feel secure, they're not making you feel like they can be trusted without you having to overthink, then that means it might be time to let them go. So, oh, I'm also hearing that sometimes that's not the case. Like sometimes if you are with someone and you are very suspicious of them, it could have everything to do with your past situations and the fact that you have been hurt in the past, and you start seeing them through a lens of, this is what my ex did to me, or this is what my parents did to me, and then you start to see them in that light without really giving them a chance. So like I said, it's a couple different messages coming through, but take it as it resonates. So if that applies to you and you are just very suspicious of people in general, it's saying to be mindful, because the energy that you put out is what you get back. So if you are convinced in your subconscious mind that people are untrustworthy and that they're untrustworthy and they can't be relied on, then you can start to energetically keep attracting those types of people, and you can start pushing away people who you can trust. So in the present position, I have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Queen of Wands right at the bottom, and then the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom, and then the Queen of Swords at the bottom. So it's like almost all the queens came out. So a lot of feminine energy here. So the fact that they're all in reverse, I'm reading this as a lot of you not being in touch with your feminine side, meaning that you're not in touch with your emotions at the moment. You're using a lot of logic, which is a Gemini trait. But it's like, be mindful of extremes. Because yes, it's a good thing that you are not using just your heart in the situation, but you're using your head. But be mindful, like I said, of the extreme of completely using your mind and not your heart, because then that's when your heart will start to close off and kind of harden. So be careful of that. The Hangman is also here in the heart of your reading. So you are stuck, I feel like, at the moment, either mentally, physically. You could be stuck in a situation you don't want to be in, or you could just be trapped by your thoughts. And because it's coming up right under the Two of Wands, I feel like it's talking about knowing that you need to make a move, or wanting to make a move into something better, but not really knowing how to do so. And so it's making you feel off balance, and it's making you feel stuck, like you don't know whether to go left or right, so you're staying in the middle. And I feel like a lot of you need to become very clear about what direction you want. Like sit down and write out what exactly you want out of life, and then on a daily basis only take part in those things. Like only take part in things that are aiming you or moving you along towards your ideal life, and leaving behind beliefs, patterns, actions, habits, like leaving those things behind that do not coincide with who you want to be and where you want to go. And that should help you become unstuck. So with the Knight of Wands being here in the reverse, again, I feel like this is talking about a standstill, because it's right underneath the Knight of Pentacles. Let me pull one more for that. I'm hearing it's a standstill due to a lack of faith and courage. So you're needing to really visualize what you want out of life and try to train your mind to believe that it's already there, that you already have it, and then you'll manifest it. With the Five of Swords being here, I feel like you feel like you're losing your battle, but like with your mind. Like you keep trying to maybe overcome negative thoughts or negative thinking, and you feel like it's just not working. But just keep on doing it. It's all about repetition. Like at first you may think that the affirmations that you say in the mirror to yourself aren't working, but don't forget, like you're planting a seed every single time you do it. So just keep on doing it. Keep trying to build your self-esteem. Keep trying to build your confidence, and make sure you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, because that helps you to build confidence as well. Okay, so we're going to look at the future outcome cards in the extended. So let's pull 3. Temperance, nice. The Fool. And the the Nine of Cups. So the Temperance card means that balance is coming to you in the near future, so you can look forward to that. The Fool card talks about stepping out on faith. And the Nine of Cups talks about wishes being granted and fulfilled. So we will clarify those cards in the extended and see what this scenario is talking about for the future. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure that you click on the link down below if you want to purchase the extended. And I will see you guys on Vimeo.